Hello friends, welcome. Friends, with tariff rise, with operators fighting with each other and trying to gauge as much market share as possible, both from a subscriber as well as from a revenue point of view, we are now going into a situation where we clearly see that some operators have gained from tariff hike and some operators have not gained so much amount of value from tariff hike. So, therefore, this article that you see right in front of you in the headline today in February 25, which says that Airtel narrows revenue market share gap with Jio. Now, this is not a recent phenomena because the data which has been captured, which has been analyzed by the various analysts, this may be the recent number which has been reported by the operators for the third quarter of December 2024, right? So that's the third quarter for FY25. Now, friends, what I am going to do is, because since this data has not been mapped to the individual circle basis, because the operators do not report numbers on individual circle basis, I am going to do two things. I am going to compare the aggregated pan-India market share data of all the operators, all the four operators, and also do a deep dive of individual circle data for each of the four operators and see how the trends have been changing and which circles they are gaining and which circles they are losing, because that is going to give us a very good overview as to what their strategy is. Now friends, since the quarterly results and the annual results do not break up the revenue based on circle basis, I am going to use the TRAI report. The TRAI has a report which breaks it down. The financial numbers are broken down on a circle basis. You can see that these are all circle basis: license gross revenue, AGR, APGR, all those things are broken down on a circle basis. So this we can use to do that analysis. But there is a problem here. The problem is that if you look at this, there are various circles which are individually categorized and which are clearly we can do very apples to apples comparison. But there are certain circles which are called all India circles, and every operator is reporting different numbers for all India circles, right? They are not reporting in a synergical way, which is creating a lot of confusion, because if you are going to use this data and do the circle level analysis, you may go wrong, and let me explain what I mean. For that, friends, I am going to take you through a chart which I have created with using this data. This is going to give you a very good idea as to what I am talking about. Right? So this data set which you see here, what is this? This is a matrix which has been plotted based on the operator's license, and the various operators have been plotted here, right? So I can choose here the license fee and spectrum fee, right? So I have chosen all, and I have chosen a matrix size of 20 because this is 20 here, 20 licenses here, and there are 20 operators here, including the key of mobile operators. Now, why I am showing you this? The reason I'm showing you this is to tell you that if you are going to use the TRAI's data and to do a circle level analysis, what kind of roadblocks that you are going to encounter, because that mapping is not going to be apples to apples, and you will end up doing a lot of mistakes. And the reason for those mistakes, this chart is going to tell you why. Now, friends, you know that every operator has taken different licenses. They are running their operations based on different licenses. Like, for example, Bharti has UL access service license. Then we have got microwave GSM license, UL ISP license. So in India, unfortunately, there is a suite of licenses. It's so confusing that the common man will get completely taken away, blown away by these licenses. And the operators, I don't know, because of any reason whatsoever, historical or any, I really don't know the reason, are booking different quantum of revenues for different licenses. Some licenses have been broken down on a circle basis, means you can go and drill down on a circle basis. Like, for example, if you see the TRAI report, the UL and USL licenses are mapped to a circle basis, whereas the NLD, ILD, ISP licenses or other licenses are mapped to all India basis. Now, since they are booking different quantums of revenue under these all India licenses versus the UL licenses, though their business is integrated, that makes the job pretty difficult. And this table gives you the reason why. Now, this table does not capture the revenues, but they only capture the license fee and spectrum fee. But using license fee and spectrum fee, you can get a sense of what the revenues are, because license fee and spectrum fee is a percentage of the revenue. So you can clearly see that Bharti is booking their overall revenue for the financial till whatever the date, which I have from 3rd February, I have this data. You can see that their total revenue is 53, not revenue, license fee and spectrum fee is 5382 crores, and they are spreading it out in a different way for different licenses. And if you see here that the pan India licenses, for example, microwave GSM, GSMA, USL, ULD, actually these are not pan India, GSM and microwave are not pan India, but the UL ISP and UL NLD is pan India, NLD is pan India. You can clearly see that Bharti is booking licenses, the revenues in UL ISP and UL NLD to a much more larger level compared to what Reliance Jio is booking, though their overall outflows are similar. You can see that this is multiple times. So therefore, what happens is that when you start to do comparison, and if you ignore this fact and you just take the individual license, these numbers, then you will end up doing a wrong outcome of your analysis. That's why what I have done is I have booked all these numbers, which is the all India numbers, in proportion to the individual percentage distribution of the values, which can be mapped to the individual circles. So if you add everything which can be mapped to the individual circles, you basically do a individual share of the circles to the total, and then assign these numbers which are on a pan India basis to the proportion to the circle numbers. For example, if AP is 10%, so you multiply by 10 the aggregated value of this pan India numbers by 0.1, and then add it to what the number for AP is. In this way I've done the calculation. And why I'm telling you this, because then only it will start making sense that why this exercise is so important. Otherwise you will not be able to understand what the importance of this exercise. So this is the reason why I gave you the background, right? So we'll focus on this. We'll focus all our energy on choosing the dimension of AGR and taking a value of percentage of market share. Means in every cell here of a particular circle for each and every operator will add up to 100. Okay, that's how I have done this analysis. Now let's look at what we are seeing for Bharti, which is very interesting, right? First, before we get into the details of individual circles, let's do the aggregated pan India number. Now, if you look at the aggregated pan India number, you can clearly see that even before the tariff hikes were announced, Bharti has been making steady progress. You see, now they are at 41.1. Their numbers have significantly improved on a percentage basis, overall percentage basis, even before the December number is out. It is the September number, the second quarter number. You can see they are already at 41.1%, right? 41.1% compared to Reliance 39.7%. So you can clearly see that Reliance, though it was a kind of higher than Bharti, you can compare, this is 39.8 and this is 39.6, and slowly these numbers actually have gone down. They were higher there and now they have fallen back in the last quarter based on the analysis that I told you, right? So it's clear now that Reliance Jio is behind Bharti as far as revenue market share is concerned. Now, why there is a different revenue metric? What the analysts are reporting, because these revenues do not map one to one. So rather than looking at the aggregated number here, what we should be doing is we should be basically looking at the individual circle number trends, because that is going to give us more insight, because we know that both the operators actually now have similar revenues. Even though their subscriber numbers are different, we clearly know that there is nothing that eureka that we have learned by this moment. It is very clear that both the operators, Bharti as well as Reliance Jio, have similar numbers on an aggregated basis. But what is interesting, which is not getting unlocked by the story, is the circle level numbers. And we should be focusing on circle level numbers, and we will pick all the 4 operators on a circle basis and we'll do the analysis. That's where our main focus would be. Now, interestingly, if you see that for the 8 quarters which we are choosing in the time scale, you'll find that Bharti has got the largest market share in Northeast, and their market share on an AGR basis is increasing. Similarly, for Karnataka, also the same trend. So, all the important circles for Bharti, right, where they have got largest market share, Bharti has been doing better. Even for the other circles also, their market share has been continuously increasing. You can clearly see that 42.8, 47.8. Bihar also 47. So there have been hardly any circle where you can see there is a decreasing trend. Can you see here? Every circle, the market share actually is increasing. You can zoom and you can basically pause the video and you clearly have a look at it. I don't see a single circle where their market share has decreased from FY 23 Q3 versus the September number, which is Q2 FY 2025, which is telling the overall business health of an operator, because their market share is increasing for every circle. Okay. Now let's look at what Reliance Jio's situation is. Now Reliance Jio in an MP circle, their market share has increased, no doubt about it. Clearly see that from 56 it has gone to 57. Orissa also 50. Orissa it has decreased from 52.8 to 49. Then Bihar it has decreased. West Bengal it has decreased. Maharashtra it has increased. Gujarat it has increased. UP East it has increased. HP it has decreased. Right? Rajasthan it has increased. UP West it has increased. Jammu and Kashmir it has increased. Assam it has decreased. HP it has decreased. Then AP it has increased. Punjab it has increased. Kolkata it has increased. Northeast it has increased. Like that, if you see, Delhi it has decreased. See, important circle, Delhi it has decreased. Tamil Nadu it has increased. Karnataka it has what was the number here? Karnataka 28. So Karnataka it has increased. Kerala it has slightly increased, and Mumbai it has decreased. So you clearly see that Mumbai, Delhi, the important circles, right, as far as the major affluent class is concerned, Reliance Jio's market share has been decreasing, right? Delhi and Mumbai it has decreased. And then if we go to another important circle, for example, let's look at Karnataka, because there is Bangalore here. Where is Karnataka? Karnataka is here. Karnataka, there is a slight increase, no doubt about it, but it's a marginal increase, right? So it become very clear that Bharti is consistently raising their market share. Reliance Jio, though it has raised their market share in some of the circles, but in other circles, the important circles, their market share has decreased. Clear? Now let's look at Vodafone. Now what is Vodafone doing? Vodafone, there is a consistent decrease in market share. Can you see this? From 37.4 to 31.2. Gujarat from 29.5 to 26.6. 23.9 to 23.1. Kolkata 22.1 to 23. No, it has increased in Kolkata. Maharashtra 23, it has decreased to 20.7. Haryana 21.7, 16.7. 17.7, 16. So you can clearly see that there is a decreasing trend of Vodafone in almost all the circles as far as market share is concerned. And BSNL, we can't really talk anything about it. Maybe in Mumbai, BSNL, the market share looks like that it has increased. Right? If you look at Mumbai, it has got 18.5% in market share as far as BSNL is concerned, revenue market share. But BSNL, I don't know. I really don't trust this data. Maybe it is correct. I really don't know. But BSNL, they have done very good in Mumbai. They have done very good in Kerala. And they are doing good in HP. And in Delhi also, there has been a slight increase in market share. Kolkata, there is decrease. So, net, what we are trying to tell us, what we are able to see, Bharti has been consistently better performer, and looks like that when the December number TRAI unlocks, the trend is going to be clear in as far as Bharti is concerned, that they will continuously see market share increase. Whereas Reliance Jio, this is not a story which is consistent across all the circles. Some circles, their market share, important circles, their market share has decreased, right? Vodafone Idea also a similar story. Their some top circles, their market share has increased, but they have decreased in many of their important circles. In BSNL, MTNL, also similar story. Very hardly any few circles, their market share has increased, right? So this is the story, right, which you clearly see that Bharti has gained from tariff hikes, and Bharti has been consistently increasing their market share even before the tariff hike was announced, whereas Reliance Jio's market share is decreasing as per the TRAI's AGR data. I am not looking at the operator's revenue. It is the TRA, by the way, TRA's AGR data, which we are analyzing. Now let's go back in time by 8 quarter, right? In future. So what happens is that this whole thing basically moves back in time by 8 quarters, right? Now what do you see here? Because this is the another thing we should be, we are not just worried about 8 quarters. We are basically worried about, in past also, what the situation was. Here also you see the market share has increased. Maybe JK, they have a reduction here, and Assam, they have increased. You can pause the video and can check for yourself, right? If you look at, I see for every circle, their market share, Bharti, has been consistently increasing. Maybe not, I think all the circles, right? Except these JK, where I see a drop in market share, but in all the circles, Bharti's market share has increased, right? Whereas Reliance Jio, I don't know. We have to look and see. There could be, look at Bihar. The market share has decreased, right? Important circle for Reliance Jio. The market share has decreased. West Bengal, it is increased. AHP, it has decreased. Assam, it has decreased. Maharashtra, it has increased. You see, UP East, it has decreased. Right? JK, it has increased. Rajasthan, it has decreased. Haryana, it has decreased. Gujarat, it has decreased. UP West, it has decreased. Delhi, it has decreased. Punjab, it has also decreased. So you can see that there is a continuous trend of market share decreasing and Bharti gaining market share. And though on an aggregated basis, Reliance AGR market share was 39%, and Bharti was actually behind at 38.5%. But they have been continuously making improvement. That's why their aggregate market share, if you see, has been going higher. Now, this looks to me as an aberration here, this number. Because TRA's data is so, you can say, so difficult to, extract. There could be a little bit of aggregate, you can say some kind of aberration here and there, because this is 44.6%, this is 45.2%, and then we have got 19%, and then we have got 10.2%. So does it all add up to 100%? Let's see what is going on here. There is some problem here because it clearly see 44.6, 45.2 plus 19 plus 10.2. So there is a problem here. You can see that there is definitely some problem here, which is the reason why this is a issue. But rest, I think, should add up to 100%. 33, the first quarter, that is, we see 33 plus 40 plus 19.1 plus 7.9. See, 100%. So there could be some problem because the manner in which the TRAI is, paper is. This is so bad. You will find it so difficult to aggregate this data that there could be some, quarters you will find these kind of problems. But if you leave that aside, you will find that the data in my, dashboard, which is posted in my website, is largely accurate, right? So that's all I want to say, friends, regarding this video. I think you probably have understood what the situation is as far as which operator is gaining market share and which operator is losing market share. So this becomes very clear, and I think you have understood it, and you can get access to this chart by visiting my website, and you can look at it and you do your own evaluation and understand what is going on and come out with your own conclusion. Thank you, friends, for your time. I will come back with a new video next time. Thank you very much.